You're in the dog pound. Dogs and Poodles, it's the Two Live Stews, and we're back. Our debate that started us on radio was the effectiveness of the option, idiot.
You call your brother idiot? I never call you an idiot.
Dummy. What you did is called hijack the show. I'm done. Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart streaming live Monday and Thursday at 7 a.m.
That's the number 2 live stews, youtube.com. 2 live stews, youtube.com.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chef Rap. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock it. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits and Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit ProjectClear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and Poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 44770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949.
The best of the Two Live Stews experience.
People want me talk about dating a celebrity. People want me to date Sexy Red. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Well, but real quick,
I would never even throw my darn line in the Sexy Red water.
listen,
Ooh,
if you're about the business of this show, and you can come up on Sexy Red, that would be huge for us.
Man, you crazy. I wouldn't put your penis in Sexy Red. I cleaned that up the best way I could.
God is good.
You gotta be
and
kidding
Lord, please
me.
forgive us. Lord, please forgive us.
God
is good all the
you gotta
time,
be
and all the
kidding
time
me.
God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. Yeah, man. If you got your PP on these streets, man, you need to put it in something that's going to benefit the show. Straight up. Take one for the team.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. I'll sexy your red.
The best of the Two Live Stews experience.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chub Rap. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Find us in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits. And Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit ProjectClear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
'cause you feel me. And you heal me. You complete me.
Been waiting all day long, baby, can't wait to see you smile. Don't wanna compromise, I don't wanna play these games. Get away, let's get away. I know a place. Come go with me. Let's make some time and get away. Making all our dreams come true. Cannot breathe.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I know I need to put my headphones on because I can't hear nothing that's going on. What up? You,
Ooh.
you
Yeah,
hear?
I'm here. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. What's going on, girlie?
Welcome to the Tea with Trei Unhinged, single in the city. I'm Trei Taylor.
And I'm T-Dub.
And we're back. We're back. Vern thinks he's in Ryan's show. I don't know if you can see the chat, but he was like, "Hey, Ryan, what's up?" Because, you know, I'm going to do voices and everything. You know
I do
who
see
Vernon
the chat.
is, right?
And hello, Vern. I do. So let me tell him hello. I see he said hi in the chat, and to everyone out there. So yeah, I see him. I see everything. I see it all happening. I just can't respond.
It's Tuesday, and you know what time it is. It's 7 p.m. Eastern time, and you are, well, so this isn't the treehouse, but it is kind of, sort of. It's like a branch of the treehouse, but yeah, you're here with me, and I'm here with you, and we're so glad to be here. How was your day?
It's been a day, but I'm here. Lots of deliverables because next week is a free and off week for me. So I'm looking forward to it. But you know, that means you got to get it done this week so that you don't get those crazy phone calls and requests, you
I
know,
don't know
once
what
I'm out.
I don't know what free and off weeks are. You know, I need to establish whether or not these people are gonna require us to do a show on Thursday because they are the type of ninjas that will be like, yeah, let's do a show on Thanksgiving. Everybody will be home. So I don't know what free and clear weeks look like, but soon. The last free and clear week I had was when we went to Puerto Vallarta. A whole week.
A whole week.
What
I need
fun.
one of those real soon.
It's hard to believe that just, I mean, it's not just, it was almost a year ago.
Almost a year. Can you believe it? And then we don't have anything planned for January.
Because we canceled our plans. We had a plan.
Well, they kind of the American citizens kind of canceled that plan, so we won't
Yeah,
put it on ourselves.
y'all did it. What's up to Erica Sneed? Erica Sneedley. Oh, you met Erica. You
I
know who
did, Erica
is.
with the I. I love that. That's a creative spelling.
I Rock is here. Jay Shawnee is here. We got Loose Neck IPP, because I'm not allowed to say in perpetuity sigh. Welcome. Adrian Williams, welcome to the show. Listen, we are we're still talking about dating, but tonight we wanted to kind of give you some other information. We've been talking about going out on dates and what it's like and how to dress and what not to put on your profile. And we haven't really discussed anything as it relates to intimacy. I think last week kind of pushed me over the edge with that when Cher was here talking about the books. Shout out to Cher
Yeah.
Trei, Tempest in Tulum. Emma was here talking about basically, showing up as your real self
Your authentic
and
self.
what that feels like. And I think that I probably I don't even know if I should say this. I just want to show up as my real self. And part of my real self back in the day was more like I am now.
Okay.
You know. That is how I can remember being young and thinking that that's what I am.
All right.
So just kind of leaning more into that. So we wanted to bring on a professional. We like to give you all professionals. So we're going to have Dr. Roz in the next segment, Dr. Roslyn Miller. I keep almost calling her other name. I went to school with her. I think that it is, I always laugh at two things about Dr. Roslyn. Number one, when y'all heard the term bae in whatever not like after I had kids is when I had already been introduced to that term because Dr. Roslyn used to walk around in the dorm and on campus and she would use that term. And so coming forward, when I heard that the very first time in the culture, I was like, they owe her some money. She made that up. She used to say, my bae, my bae, my bae, my bae, my bae, all the time. And so I remember that. I remember she'd be like, I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to medical school. I'm going to, like, that is the one person that I know that, like, would say these things and she created them. And so I'm really excited to have her in this space. And we're going to talk about sex. We're going to specifically talk about dating. And we're not here to direct you how to behave or anything like that. But there's a lot of myths out there about us, T-Dub, about us women of age as it relates to intimacy and things of that nature.
I agree.
And so we have some things to clear up. I'm not going to go into it too much. How was your weekend?
It was pretty low key. Got out and did a workout, and that was kind of fun because, of course, there's always some nice gentleman to help you with the weight, or say, you can go one more. Don't go beyond 15 or go beyond 20. Push yourself to the limit.
And you
And then
let receive that?
I did. I mean, why not? And then the other thing that I did at first, so I never, being from Atlanta and, knowing so many people and my mom's and dad's friends are out and about, but I usually never go to the store in workout clothes. And so anyway, I actually, and then also this thigh game and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of try not to do that. And so I actually went to Publix this weekend in some fitted workout pants, and hey, I got good feedback. So maybe I'll try it again sometime soon.
Of course you did. Listen, y'all, when we go on trips, she'll be like, I can't wear this. And I'm like, put it all out. Put it up. Remember when we were walking down the little 2-lane in Puerto Vallarta when we got up and walked in the morning? You're trying to cover up. And I'm not a fan of uncovering. In fact, Doug and I talked about that. I guess it was Monday. He asked about all the girls having all their stuff out because I went to what's that thing called I went to? I call it
the
a crowd,
probate show.
but it's a probate
Show. Yep.
we were talking about the hidden figures and how we think you brought to my attention that men don't want to see all that. They want a mystery to
Yeah,
the
and they
game.
don't get that anymore.
But it's
It's
okay
all
to
out there.
it's all right to go to the store in your workout clothes. I did not know that you have never done that. Thank you for
Mm-mm.
sharing. It's the
No,
little
ma'am.
things.
The little
Okay.
things. And so, hey, when you get positive feedback, it kind of encourages you to try it again.
Ah!
But that's about it. So
Yeah.
it was a real low key weekend. Real
Okay.
low
All
key.
right.
And what about
Well,
you? How was your weekend?
it was so good. I hadn't been feeling great, but as soon
Mm-hmm.
as I got them drugs, which was they put me on some steroids. I finished the last one today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I started feeling much better. And so I
Okay.
went to the probate. I have known about that for about a month. I have been calling the baby to come over and do his laundry. I haven't heard from him end of September. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, this is a different kind of thing. Cause for him to be that age, he's really, he's a good kid, a,
Okay.
a
Good
fine
deal.
young man. And so I hadn't heard from him. And then his mom finally shared with me what was going on. And
Okay.
so it was just so exciting to see that in that environment. I hadn't ever experienced that in H a predominantly black school. And I thought they do them outside. So I was ready to be like wearing army gear and getting mud all over me and stuff. Like the ones I've been to were always outside. So it was just it was so good. And it was just a reminder of how fast time is moving. And then I just hung out with the cousins and my kids the next day, and then we just finished it off on Saturday, and I was just feeling so good.
Nice.
Extremely good.
Okay,
You
good.
know
I love that.
who else is feeling good? We gotta
Who is
talk about
that?
it.
Come on, who's feeling good tonight?
I think
Oh.
Megan and Jonathan. What? Tita, that's not nice. What do you mean? Oh,
Well, did you watch I mean, no, I'm happy for her. I mean, if they have found each other, that is wonderful. But did you watch the video?
what video?
Well, it was a video
You mean
of
when he
them
was
at this
crying
same.
and stuff?
No. It's that same event, and he kind of gave her this like Wendy's drive-through 99-cent menu kiss, and she was kind of confused by it too. It was really strange, but
Oh.
I'm happy for them. They found love, and it's interesting. But they seem to be very happy, and so I'm happy for them.
Well, I didn't see the 99-cent kiss.
Okay.
Um, I'm not really what do you think about setting people up? Have you ever been set up?
I thought, but I don't think I have. At least I can't recall. So if I have, it's been a long, long, long time ago and I don't remember. It's like it must not have been so great that I would remember it. What about you?
So, nobody ever set me up on anything.
Mhm.
And, I don't know if I have that kind of spirit back then when I was out there like that anyone would do that. People just
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? Like there's a element to me that is maybe back in the day more than now. It's less
Uh-huh.
pronounced, I think. That is just not allowing. So no, I had never been
Oh.
set up. Mm-mm.
You
I
don't think
I
so?
was I was the
You're
kind of
so open.
no, I am now. But
Oh, I
as
see.
when I was
Okay.
younger, I like what I like and I point at it and I go get it. And we talked about that before, but nobody's ever set me up, tried to blind date me or any like friends. But this whole relationship right here, it just doesn't feel right. And can you believe that Megan Good is 43 years old, T Dub?
I
How?
can't, but she well, black don't crack. And I mean, she looks beautiful. She's very healthy. And she's a tiny little something. So I mean, she looks relatively, young. So it's really surprising to see the age gap between them because I would think he was a lot older
He has
than
an old
38.
man spirit. Like
He does.
before all the snow bunny skiing he was doing and whatnot, his spirit is
Uh,
just old, like civil rights. It's
it-
given civil rights leader. Like not because he played those parts. It's just something about him that doesn't sit well, you know, for
yeah.
me.
Well, that's why it was so easy to cast him in those roles. I mean, he did give reference to Coretta. So he does have that old spirit, and that's what he's always been looking for in his woman. So I guess that's what Megan is giving off. She's riding for him. So that's what he wanted, and that's what she's giving. So
She riding for him.
I
She
wish
riding.
them the best.
Okay. You're watching
Yeah.
the Tea with Tree. We're going to go to break. And when we come back, we're going to bring the good doctor on. T-Dub, I think I have to put my headphones on because I feel out of control without them. So I
Okay.
was on another show and I didn't wear them, but
Uh-huh.
I see now that I don't have to wear them if I'm if I'm not running at things. But because I'm running things, girl, put them headphones on.
Get information, girl. Get information.
When we come back, we're going to bring Dr. Roz in. We're going to talk about some things. Our vaginas
Okay.
don't have cobwebs on them, guys, just because we're over 50. That's just one of the we're gonna be serious, but we're also gonna have a little fun. This is the Tea with Tree. I am Tree Taylor. And she is T-Dub. And isn't
Oh,
gonna
I'm
tell y'all,
T-Dub.
what are you doing? Ninja, what are you doing? We'll be back.
Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit ProjectClear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
The way menopause has been branded is you're old, you're done. That's not it.
Yeah. You're old, you're done, your vagina is dry.
Yeah.
You have no value in society anymore.
You're not attractive.
You're not attractive. It's like cobwebs down there.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're not
and all
sexy.
that's not true. Also, the other thing, Nikki, is you don't have to have drastic symptoms.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Tea with Tree. I am your host, Tree Taylor. It's the Tea with Tree single. It's Unhinged, single in the city. I don't even know the name of my show. Welcome back. Oh my God. Hi, friend. Ladies
Hi,
and
good
gentlemen.
good
Hi,
evening.
T-Dub. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Miller. How are you? I'm great. And you?
I'm doing well.
Great.
We are back. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat. The beautiful. I call you Dr. Roz.
That's
but
cool.
It's Dr. Miller. She's here
all
to
of
help
it.
us out. How are you today? Thank you so much for being in this space. I know you're busy.
Yeah.
I hope that
No,
beeper don't go off. Somebody needs labor and
no.
delivery.
No,
Not-
somebody else is on call. I was on call this weekend. So while you all were talking about your wonderful weekends and working out and all these things, I was recapping all the amniotic fluid that was thrown my way. And,
Oh, we
all
love
the
it.
things. So yeah, so this is good. I'm good. I'm not on call. I'm fine. I'm perfect though.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm so glad that you're here today. I wanted to have you here because we've been doing a series on dating and we've been talking about the apps and all of the things that go with that and kind of some of the weirdos that maybe we meet and getting some information from the guys. I'm trying to find gentlemen that want to be on the show. I only got one more episode and then I'm taking a break. It's a break. But I'm trying to get a male perspective outside of the chat. But I wanted to have you here as a medical professional
Yeah.
just to dispel some of the myths that are running around about women our age. I'm 51. And what Gail said, I mean, no one has personally said that to me, but I mean, yeah, no, why would someone say that? I don't know where she's getting that from, but he's probably gonna, I don't know if he's gonna show up tonight, but there is an antagonizer that comes in here and says stuff like
Every now and again.
yeah, that we're used up. And so I just wanted to get your help in that respect to inform these fine young men what's really going on. And, talk about what you're doing these days down there in Houston, Texas.
In Houston. So, really it's right now it's kind of this menopausal revolution. You're seeing a lot of information out there. There's a lot of books being written. There's a lot of research being done. There had not been a lot of research before because, we tend to believe this country does not like women, but there had not been historically a lot of research on things like women's sexual health, our libido, what happens to us after menopause, because it was this notion that we just get to a certain stage in our lives and we just aren't interested anymore. We're just not doing anything anymore. And so we're starting to see a lot more information, material come out. They're actually looking at medications for us to help with libido. There's talks about testosterone use that we can use, things that are still considered off label, but they're getting there. They're coming down the pikes. So, I don't know if it's so much men are saying that we are dried up down there. I think what it is that women are looking more for quality of life. So it's not just, we know we live longer. Okay, great. But it's what does that quality of life look like for me? What does it feel like for me as I'm getting past this reproductive age where things are changing, our body is changing, how to accept those changes, how to know what those changes are, what to look for, and what are some holistic things I can do, things that may require my doctor's, prescription pen. So we're there. Women are excited about it and we're moving.
Well, you were right. I never really heard a lot as much about perimenopause as I'm hearing now in my life. And I mean, the internet's been around for a while.
Right.
Okay. It's been around for a while. But there does seem to be an onslaught. I can't tell you how many cortisol teas I've made. Now that thing is real. I woke up one
That it
morning
is.
with a pregnant stomach and no baby.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I've been doing the things, and I'm talking about, and you're watching the Tea with Trei. It is Unhinged, Single in the City. Yes, this is a dating show, and we're coming with some medical information. We're talking about sex. We're talking about women's sex organs in particular, and to let the men know we still like to party.
That's right.
Okay. And I mean, every hour all through the stream, drink this tea. Green tea is good for you. Lemon water. I mean, I'm doing all the things.
There's a lot, and it's hard to sift through because you are really bombarded with a lot. I mean, people are making money. Like there's a lot of marketing. There's a lot of different lubes. There's things that you can buy on Amazon. I think the biggest thing for women to realize is that whatever it is, supplements should be just that, supplements. A lot of things that you can get from your natural diet. So really it is about healthy eating, whole eating, water water, ladies, drink water. You really do have to drink your water, 64 to 100 ounces of water a day. And in terms of our gut, as we get older and when we're getting to menopause or perimenopause for sure, when you start seeing that decrease in estrogen, it does affect your gut flora. It does. So your fiber. So now we at the point where it's like, go grab that Metamucil and take some Metamucil every day. If you're not getting fiber in your diet, we're just not getting enough fiber in our diet. So we do have to supplement that. Even if it's a probiotic, those things are healthy for your gut, because that is really one of the spots that we see is affected with your decrease in estrogen. There's so many, I mean, literally every organ system in our body is affected with decreased estrogen, the vagina being the most important that we're talking about today.
Well,
agree. Yeah.
go ahead, T-Dub.
No, I was just going to say that. So you talked about the gut. I mean, gut health is important, period. But then when it comes to, like Tree mentioned, it just seems like overnight, your body just like changes significantly, the appearance of it. And you do everything you can, but then you run into that whole cortisol. Don't work out too hard. Don't work out,
Right.
too little. And it's just a constant challenge to try to find the balance and the conversation that is being had now. I'm glad that they're having it. I think it's overload in the fact that so many people are jumping into the pool to talk about it. I'm
Right.
glad, because I've got, family and older friends. If my older friends didn't talk about it, I wouldn't have been, as aware as I was when it happened. I was clueless when it happened, because you're sitting there one day you are feeling weird and you can't sleep at night and all these things are happening and you don't understand. But then I like start to remember, oh, they told me, this is what was, coming. But I'm glad that the conversation is out there. It just seems like, because it is a money grab,
Right.
and it's it's like kind of a buzzword, I think, on social media and IG. You just want to find that quality information. So I'm so happy that we have you here tonight to kind of talk
Absolutely.
us through it.
And T-Dub, you are in the minority. Really, what I see a lot in my patients is that nobody has mentioned it to them. They literally have no idea what's going on. So when they come see me, it kind of puts some validity into what they're feeling, because I'm like, you're not going crazy. Brain fog is a thing. Insomnia is a thing. That little pooch that we have with cortisol, which we know is linked to stress, that is a thing. Decreased libido is a thing. Vaginal dryness can be a thing. So what are we going to do with it? So for a lot of patients, just that idea that, okay, I'm not crazy, I'm not losing my mind, is worth, your weight in gold.
Absolutely, because we have been brushed off, and I don't know other women's experiences. Most of my friends are African American women, and so these are conversations that we're having. I don't recall older women sitting around talking about. The most I ever heard about a menopause was
A
the
hot
hot
flash.
flash.
Right.
Nothing else.
That was it.
And I needed to know everything. And while
That
I'm
was
not
it.
struggling with my main issue has definitely been the appearance of a 9-month pregnancy out of nowhere. And you're right about the fiber. I've got psyllium husk, which is the same
Yeah,
as Metamucil, and
exactly.
it literally has changed the situation for me. And
Mhm.
so you're right. You're watching the Tea with Tree, Unhinged, Single in the City.
Mhm.
Dr. Roslyn, what are some of the more holistic solutions that you recommend? You talked about the fiber. I've heard of
Definitely
something
fiber.
called cohosh. Are you
So
familiar with
black
That
cohosh is a
cohosh.
supplement. Yeah, and that's one of the things that you don't have to be in menopause to start black cohosh. If you're having, and really what we've used black cohosh the most for is for the hot flashes. So if you're having hot flashes and you're still in perimenopause, and let's just talk definitions super quick. So
Yes, please.
menopause, right? So you're in menopause when you've not had a period for a full 12 months. Once it's been a full 12 months, that is menopause. If you have bleeding after that, you need to see your GYN. So once you've hit 12 months, no periods, that is menopause. The time frame when you're starting to feel symptoms, and this can be your late 30s. Perimenopause can start in your late 30s and last all the way up to your 50s. So the time when you are starting to feel the effects of that estrogen kind of roller coaster depleting, that is perimenopause. So you can do black cohosh during that time if you're having some issues with hot flashes. You can do magnesium during that perimenopausal time if you're having some issues with sleep. Some people like melatonin. Melatonin didn't really do a whole lot for me. I don't know. It didn't. But magnesium, for whatever reason, that helps to relax me enough so I can get, at least stay asleep. For a lot of women, getting to sleep is not the problem. It's just that waking up in the middle of the night. So that is where the issues become.
Baby, that magnesium, I be knocked plumb out. I take the glycinate and something else. I can't remember the name. And then I get a spray and put that
A
on my
friend of mine
neck.
got the spray. You like the spray?
Good night. Good night. Tita, remember we was in Miami? Like
Yes.
I gotta spray my feet.
Now it didn't work. That didn't work for me. I don't know if I was just kind of anxious. I was anxious or something, but it didn't work for me. But one other thing that I'd like to mention is clary sage oil. So that worked really, really well. And so you put it on your pressure point. So I would put it on my wrist and behind my ears, and I started to experience less and less symptoms from the the getting warm, as my some of my family members would call it, because they didn't want to call it what it was. But you know what? Once it happened, now I understand the church women and the fans, because they used to always, it was like they just start breaking out, and I'm thinking, what is happening? But that's what it was.
That's what it is.
I mean, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
We're gonna take a break. When we come back, Dr. Roz, we're out here dating.
Yes.
And also dealing with this. And there's an emotional aspect that happens. And then, of course, if we decide to be intimate,
right,
there's
we got to make sure all that works.
Right. And so there's one thing we talked about off to the side that we have to let the people know. I had never heard this, but all I'm going to say, and then we're going to go to break, is if you don't use it, girls, you might lose it. So, I'm not saying, I'm not saying run out and knock it out tonight, but
be mindful. Be mindful.
When we come back,
good idea.
Yeah. When we come back, we'll get more into it. We're talking to Dr. Rosalind Miller. Rosalind, I want you to tell everybody how they can find you in the next segment too, because we do have some some people in Texas. I think some are in Dallas. I think we have some in the Houston area. But because I'm so proud of you. When I'm listening to you talk, I'm just like,
it's way different than the dorms. It's way, that was way better.
I know, but I've always been sentimental like this, and I'm just so glad you're here. We will be back. This is a Tea with Trei. It's Unhinged, single in the city. We'll be back.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 44770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949.
The Tea with Trei. We're back. We took a quick break because I want to get all this goodness that Dr. Rosalind has to offer. We're talking about dating. We're talking about sex. We're talking about the change of life and all of these crazy myths that are out there about women in particular. And it is important that when we go to the doctor and we sit down, that we feel heard, because sometimes I feel like they're trying to push Ozempic on me and they don't want to hear what I've got to say. And some things just aren't for everybody. And so I just want to applaud you for, you seem, I don't know how you are with your patients, but you're who you are right now is who you are. And so you seem really concerned about women. And that's really important, that you're not just in this just to be in this. Talk about why you decided to be an OBGYN, because you could have just got the MD, but you kept going and going and going. I'm going to be a doctor. Talk about your journey.
So I was one of those people who knew I wanted to be a doctor when I was 6. Like I had no backup plan. So if this didn't work, I didn't have no backup plan. So I knew I wanted to be a doctor when I was 6 years old. My aunt lived about 2 houses down, and she was diabetic. And she would let me know when she was going to give herself a shot. She'd call me, yell, because I was outside playing. I'm giving myself a shot. So I'd run down there to watch her give herself a shot. I wipe it off with the alcohol. So that, for me, that was kind of one of those things. I want to be a doctor. I want to help. I was interested in what was going on with her. So, I've always known that. Didn't have a idea of what branch of medicine I wanted to go into. I mean, I didn't have physicians in my family. I didn't have anybody to ask. So when I said I wanted to be a doctor, that was a catch-all phrase. So it wasn't until residency that I really honed in on women's health. And it may have been because I had a son when I was in graduate school before medical school. So that was one of those things where I was like, oh my God, I'm having a baby. And so that was one of those forks in the road that could have easily derailed what my dreams were. But instead, I was like, all right, come on, man, we rolling. So we went to medical
Maybe.
school together, me and him. So, it was just a situation where I saw how important women's health was from an obstetrical standpoint, from a contraception standpoint, from your pap smears and all the things that we just weren't aware of because, it's such a disservice in terms of even what we learned in medical school. And I'll tell you, there's not a huge amount of information that's taught to physicians when you're in medical school regarding women's health, like even regarding menopause, sexual health. That's not like you learn this stuff after you start practicing. As you grow older, your patients grow older. So I'm 50 years old. Most of my patients are 50 years old. So there's a lot of, my questions and the questions that I'm getting. So it forces me to be more present and to make sure I know what's happening, what's going on with my patients. So that's kind of been my journey, why I got into women's health. I love women's health. It's such a, just even internationally, just the amount of things that we can affect in a huge platform with women's health. So it's just my vibe.
Wow. We have
I love
some
it.
comments in the chat. And so
Yeah.
from Mocha Bella, she wants to know, she says she came in late. She wants to know what you recommend as a natural alternative other than medicine to treat hot flashes. That's from Mocha Bella. Thank you, Mocha.
Yeah. So, what I usually tell my patients for hot flashes, you have to look at triggers. So you have to see and know what triggers your hot flashes. For some people, it is hot drinks. So your coffee, your caffeine, things like that. Alcohol triggers hot flashes. So I already know if we going to brunch and it's mimosas and it's champagne, I'm gonna have hot flashes. And I just got my fan. So Um, exercise for sure. So diet and exercise play a huge role in terms of your hot flashes. And even when you say diet and exercise, it's such a, everybody diet and exercise, but it really does help. It really does help with your hot flashes. So those are the basic, kind of natural or holistic things. And then we just talked about, with black cohosh, Trei brought that up. So black cohosh is something that we know. Some people, can use some kind of soy products too. Those are available. There's actually a few products. One that I like is called, and I'm not endorsing nobody, so shouldn't even say it because they don't pay me no money.
You can, I
Okay.
mean, it's up to you. Well, Mocha wants, if you can, anything you can
Okay,
do
so
to
I'll tell you
help.
what. Yes, anything to go. So there's a product that you can actually order online yourself, and the umbrella is bona fide, and Relezin is the product that's under that bona fide umbrella that is specifically for hot flashes. And it's a lot of natural herbs and things like that, but it works really well. I have a lot of patients who don't want to be on any kind of hormone replacement therapy, and they use that particular product. So those are some of the things. Bona fide, send me a check.
Okay.
And if you don't mind me adding, maca root is good. And then again, I mentioned the clary sage oil if you want to try that because it was very beneficial to me. It helped me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I can testify to the maca root.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take it if if there's no
What
reason
does
to
it do?
take it.
You. Oh.
It's hydrating. I mean, but I would have to be having a reason for it to be hydrated. I mean, you can't. I would not recommend just taking it. or you gonna be
Ready.
getting it. Now, and speaking of being ready,
Mhm.
I was told, Faith Pittman said she's a this another testimony. I don't know what's in that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm yelling. I don't know
Okay.
what's in that stuff.
Macaroon.
But and that I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, get the girl right. You talk so I did not know that if you are not using it, that something happens to it, Dr. Ross. Please
Mhm.
educate
Mhm.
us.
So T-Dub hit the nail on the head. It's called vaginal atrophy. And so when you start to see a decrease in the estrogen amounts that's coming from your ovaries, one of the places, because like I said, decrease in estrogen affects nearly every organ system in a woman's body. So for the vagina, the cells of the vagina tend to shrink. The elasticity of the vagina tends to change. So I have a lot of patients that complain of it not only being dry, but it feels like it's like just literally like shriveling, like it's thinning. The walls of the vagina thin, so you get increased risk of bacterial infections, yeast infections, urinary tract infections. So all of that comes from that decreasing amount of estrogen in your body. So, intercourse is a way, of course, to keep that elasticity, and things will just kind of atrophy or it'll shrink if you're not active. Again, we're not saying just go buck wild. That's not what we're
Run
saying.
out. Well, what
Uh,
about if you have
no.
a device?
You
What if you
know,
have is
I
that
would say,
like
our devices are
It's
weight
not
pretty
real.
technologically advanced nowadays. But the biggest thing is lubrication, So if you're
Mhm.
using a good natural water-based lubricant during intercourse, that helps. Otherwise, even if you're not having intercourse, so I even tell patients,
That's what I'm saying. I'm not
yeah,
saying
even
if
if you're
it's
not,
real or not. I'm saying
yeah,
is that a way to keep it from doing
atrophying.
whatever
The
you're
atrophy.
talking about? Yes.
If you are feeling symptoms of vaginal atrophy, I think that you may want to get some vaginal estrogen cream. That
Oh.
now that is prescribed. That's a prescription. Vaginal estrogen cream. It is just a local estrogen. It doesn't have the same risk factors that people worry about with hormone replacement therapy that's going everywhere. It is literally a local estrogen cream. There's creams, there's gels, there's rings, and it really just works in the vagina. So if I have a patient, even if she's not sexually active, but she's getting recurrent UTIs, she's getting recurrent BV. So we'll just use that, a little vaginal estrogen cream to keep the cells of the vagina healthy, to keep those cells from atrophying.
Wow.
So, and that's good. That's a good point that you made about it being localized in just the vaginal region, because for breast cancer survivors, that's a
Exactly.
big thing. Estrogen is something that you really should not, well, at least, in some cases,
People are nervous
if it
about it.
feeds off of,
Exactly.
yeah.
If you have
And
certain kind of breast cancers, for sure, you don't want to do
mhm,
estrogen products all over, systemic estrogen products.
right. And then also, is it revert? I mean, can you reverse the atrophy from,
Yes.
yeah. So, okay.
Yes.
So it's not like
So
it
forever.
isn't forever. Okay.
Right. The vaginal estrogen is a great way because sometimes by the
Mm.
time patients get to me, it's like, I haven't been dating for years. I've met someone, we're trying, and it's so painful. Like, it's so painful. So that's when I will put them on vaginal estrogen cream. Some patients even require dilators. So it's like, okay, some people, and I love pelvic floor physical therapy. So if I get a patient and they're to that where it's painful. They've not had intercourse in years. Now we're trying to get back out there. We're going to do some pelvic floor physical therapy. So we work as a team. I deal with the estrogen component. I send them to pelvic floor physical therapy. They help them to learn how to relax those pelvic floor muscles again and how to get things back together.
And so there's
Pelvic
actually
floor.
right, I was going to say there's actually a person that does that type of work, or is it a specialty
Mommy,
or what?
Ida,
I didn't know. I've never heard of it
Ida.
until you just mentioned
Yes.
it.
Pelvic floor physical therapy is so
Wow.
important. I use it in all aspects of women's health. I use it for my patients, case in point, who just delivered. They are 6, 7 weeks postpartum. They feel like the
Mhm.
pubic symphysis is still doing like this. They feel like, I'm leaking a little bit when I urinate. pelvic floor physical therapy. Pain with intercourse, pelvic floor physical therapy. Endometriosis pain that we still can't quite get a handle on because it's that deep pelvic pain, pelvic floor physical therapy. It's amazing. It's amazing. And if your gynecologist isn't talking about pelvic floor physical therapy, I don't know what's going on.
I've never heard of this,
Are
but
you
you could be
kidding me?
sure I'm gonna go look it up. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
fine.
If
but
you-
The
yeah.
thought of
Also,
all
if
of
you
this,
leak
like,
it,
no,
yeah.
I don't understand. Yeah. Oh, Dr. Ro-
Yeah.
Doc,
Just
Dr.
have the
Roz,
equipment in your bag.
do you have a show? Because this
No.
is so good. Well, okay, we got to talk because you need one.
I
You
need a
are
show.
just giving so much good information for the people. We didn't even talk about, let's just real quick go over protection because
Absolutely.
I keep seeing crazy news reports. South Carolina, 40,000 cases of HIV. Houston, something,
Syphilis.
something.
Syphilis.
And I feel like when we were younger, we're the same age.
Yeah.
They scared the hell out of us about some
Yeah.
AIDS and
Yeah.
HIV. And now I don't ever hear people, I don't hear people talking about this, about
Mhm.
protecting ourselves, whatever way. This is not about rebuking and religion and all that. This is like they're reporting that AIDS is rising.
Well, we get relaxed, we kind of get relaxed. And I think too, a lot of times what's happening is at this stage in our lives, there's a lot of, second marriages or new relationships and things like that. So people are getting back out there. You have to protect yourself. I'm seeing so many cases of syphilis here, and not just isolated to Houston, but just those numbers are also increased. Your chlamydia is still running rampant on college campuses. I'm treating chlamydia and gonorrhea most times in the same patient. It's like, come on, baby girl, like, what are we doing? So it's just making sure we are empowering ourselves to protect ourselves 100%. Nobody is going to come and save you. And I tell him,
Maybe.
I don't care what he tell you. He can put it on. He can still feel. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Dr. Rossi,
It's fine.
put it on.
He can put it on. He can put it on. Because it's, you have a young patient who has chlamydia or gonorrhea that doesn't get
I
treated.
love
It
it.
affects her tubes. It can affect her tubes and it can cause infertility. So there's long-term effects from these things. So it's not just I treat you with antibiotics for a week, you're good. Like there's long-term pelvic effects from these infections. So definitely when we back out there, we have to be healthy. We have to be safe. We have to make sure we're using the right protection because those numbers are rising.
Baby, when you just did put it on, that's how she used to talk to us in the dorm. You gonna do it. You gonna do it.
Hey, she was giving it to you real.
You're watching the Tea with Trei. Dr. Rosalind, thank you so much. I mean, I feel like every time somebody comes on here, I want to read some of the chat, but some of these people are clowning. Let me read what It's Wintertime said. Did you know that some women who struggle with BV actually have an aversion to their partner and their chemistry turns toxic, affecting her vagina by way of the BV? Baby, what are we saying? That this ninja
is carrying. So there are patients, if you get
a
BV, 3 or 4 times a year, we call that recurrence. So there's different ways to treat recurrent BV infections. But sometimes, you may have to say, okay, let's give him a dose of Flagyl as well. Like if you all are just kind of passing this back and forth. If your partner is uncircumcised, they can sometimes harbor that particular bacteria, especially if they're not, you got to get in there and clean real good. So if they're uncircumcised, that recurrent BV kind of back and forth can happen for sure.
Now, I know we got to go to break. T-Dub, do you mind if I ask her one more question?
Go right ahead.
There is, I don't know if you're on TikTok, but there is something called the 304 going around. Basically, you talked about hygiene. And there are so many women that just don't know about using disinfectant soap and not these Bath and Body Works soaps. I mean, you could use those.
Yeah.
It's a whole society of people trying to,
they're doing them all.
Get people together. And so we need more of this.
Mhm.
Dr. Miller. I know that you
Mhm.
tell everybody about your practice before we leave. And you're watching
Yeah.
the Tea with Tree, Unhinged, Single in the City. If you just tuned in, no, we're not trying to. This ain't a show about. It's a dating show, and y'all
Mhm.
out there having sex. And Dr. Miller said, "Put it on, put it
Put it
on. You can
on.
still feel it."
You can feel it. Be all right. You'll be all right. No, so to answer your question, so I'm in Houston, outside of Houston. I'm an employed physician, and I've been practicing obstetrics and gynecology for I feel like almost 20 years now, like a long time, a long time. So I have a practice, but I also, now I'm kind of venturing into this space where not so much I've checked the box, like, okay, I want to be a doctor, I've checked the box, but it's how to expand, what I know, my knowledge base, because I do see a lot of misinformation. Patients come to me showing me stuff on TikTok, and I'm like, not all the way right. That ain't, don't try that. So, just trying to expand my knowledge base, try to, reach a few more people than I typically do in my office. So that's just, that's who I am. I love my job. I love what I do. So I do see myself, books or podcasts or just this I love. Like this, I love sitting here with you.
You do
Treat
it
up. I
very
love it.
well. I mean, I
Nice.
can't wait to talk to you. I'm so impressed. And 2025, something,
2025.
Dr.
We
Miller.
got it.
Thank,
I
thank you so much. From loose neck side, ribbed for pleasure. Okay.
whatever it takes.
Right.
She
Just put it on.
concurs.
Right.
Put it
Uh,
on.
Jungle Brother is mad. He wants me to read his comments. I'm
Mhm.
trying to find so Jungle Brother is our resident wordsmith. He is fascinated with big words.
Yes.
And I know that word of the day. Vaginal. It's atrophy, isn't it?
Atrophy.
Is it
Yeah, no H.
atro? No
No
H.
H.
It's just
No H.
atrophy.
Vaginal
Jungle.
atrophy.
Mm-hmm.
He likes
Or
words.
uncircumcised. Tell them to use that one. That's a good one too.
For women too?
No,
That's
no,
what
no,
the-
no.
No, no, no.
okay. Oh, you're giving him more words, Jungle. Uncircumcised. Guys,
But
this has been
vaginal
so much
atrophy.
fun. We are gonna go take a break. I'm gonna let you
Okay.
go. Oh, I love you. Hugs.
Hugs
When are
to my
you
friend.
wait, when are you coming? Well, we'll talk.
Just call me.
You're watching the Tea
Thank
with
you.
Tree.
Good to
And
meet you, Peter.
Nice meeting
yes,
you too, Dr. Roz.
when we come back, and I didn't even address no. I was gonna
What?
keep
Go
her for
for
one
it.
more time. I didn't even address this situation that really had me upset.
Yeah. We do need to get into that. Get these
I mean,
men
but
into the conversation.
but she's a female. She's a OBGYN, so I didn't want to push that.
But I'm sure she knows.
It's all about blood flow. It's all about blood flow.
So okay, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna just keep this is my house. I can do what I want to do.
Blood flow.
What is that about? Like,
So, it for erections and things like that. I mean, it's blood flow to that organ.
Okay.
Your penis or the penis, not the penis is an external organ, just like any other limb. So it's an external organ. So when external organs get cold, the first thing is the blood gets pulled away from that in order to go to more vital organs, right? So we got to keep the heart pumping, we got to keep the lungs working. The penis we can sacrifice. So, could it be a situation where you lose some of that erectile benefit during the wintertime? In theory, yeah. I don't know if research is actually measuring that per se. But in theory, I mean, yeah, you're losing blood flow to that organ if it's really cold. So we talked about maybe a little leg
little
warmers for the
Etsy,
some-
little Etsy store.
somebody can make some money.
Who got a sewing machine in the chat?
Somebody can make some money.
Y'all know how to sew.
Warm it up.
Wrap it up, flip it.
Warm it up.
I mean, Tita came up with this, but I think we're thinking more coverage. We need more coverage, right?
Mhm. All the
Little
way
more
to the
coverage.
end. All the way to
But
the end. You got to keep the whole blood vessels covered.
Cover.
what
Okay.
about if we just get snuggle more, get
Oh,
closer.
yeah,
No,
absolutely. Body heat, will help that as well. So, it's time. Like it's what, cuffing season? Is that it?
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Let's go, gentlemen.
Right.
You
We're
are
here.
watching the Tea with
Women are here to
Tree.
help.
I want to help you. Okay, thank you, Doctor. I'll just be playing with y'all. Y'all know that. When we come
Girl, that's
back,
facts. Don't do that. You know that's facts.
I'm shy. When we come back, we're going to wrap up the show. I have something to ask T Dub. Dr. Roslyn, you are invited back many, many times. As I
Yes.
said, I've got one more episode, but we're going to talk because the people of God need what you have to offer. And
I
I have a
appreciate that.
microphone, and your microphone sounds good, and you look good. And as long as it's not your weekend for L&D,
Right.
we can
I
make
got
things
you. I
happen.
got you, sis.
It's the Tea with Tree.
All right.
We'll be back, everybody. Stay tuned. I'm looking for the stuff to start. Oh, there it is.
Remember the day you came into my life. Remember the way you took me by surprise. How can I ever repay the joy you bring to me? And now I must say, I finally feel complete. 'Cause you feel me and you heal me. You complete me with your love, and I'm so happy that you found me. Now I'm so sweet, 'cause you inspire me. Now every day I need you by my side. There ain't no way I could have imagined you how many ways can I explain? Encouraging me to see a brighter day. 'Cause you feel me,
'Cause you feel me and you heal me. You complete me, yeah.
with your love, and I'm so happy
I'm so happy
that you found me.
that you found me.
So sweet.
Ooh, 'cause you inspire me.
Ooh, you know you move me. Set my soul at ease with your love. I'll never have to want no more. 'Cause you
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's the Tea with Tree, Unhinged, single in the city. My soul is full. It's just so refreshing to see. I like to reminisce, and I remember being at Rosalind's house when Rodney King was being dragged out of a car. I was sitting in her mama's room on the
Wow.
floor watching TV. It was spring break, and
Mm-hmm.
she and her sister lived they're from Saginaw, and they just I mean, I didn't have any family, I'm sorry. I'm not
It's all
crying.
right. It's okay. Those are
And
memories.
I met them at work, and they just loved on me. And to see her, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
Perimenopause.
beautiful. It's okay. It's all right. That's the sweet memories.
To see
And you never
her
know when they come back up.
like this and in this space, and I mean, you just know they were going to do well, but they always included me, and they would take me home with them, and their mom would do my hair. She's a hairdresser, and
Uh-huh.
I just remember sitting on her floor we were watching the riots, and sorry y'all, it's the Tea with Tree. It's not a crying show, but I'm just so proud of her. And she's just so articulate and smart. And there's so many Black women like us all over the place, like her, like you, like Cher, like Emma. And I just want to bring everybody to the forefront. And maybe that's what I'm going to do with this space. You're watching the Tea with Tree. We're done crying. We need some fun. We need to read some chat. Oh my God. I'm sorry. This is my show. I can cry if I want to. Woo, T-Dub. We're back. I wanted to show you this because number one, this person annoys me. I don't really like either of these people, but the husband really is concerning for me. But I wanted to know what your opinion was on this.
All right.
And so I guess it's a real reaction that I'm looking for from you. Check out this. This is Shawnee. You know, Shawnee was married to Shaq and her preacher husband that I think they live in Houston. Is that church in Houston?
I'm not. Is it? I don't know. I
I'm
don't really
sorry,
follow them
Houston.
really much. Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
not
go ahead.
trying to, because we just had the lovely and the beautiful Dr. Roslyn, but just check this out.
Do you think that your spouse is supposed to be your best friend?
I do.
Your bestest best friend?
I do.
Like top?
Based on how I define friendship, I do.
So if that's the case, what, as your best friend and your spouse, am I supposed to do different from your other friends?
All right, so this is how I define friendship. A friend is somebody who knows everything about you, found you just like you are in the shape you're in, helps you get to where you need to be in life, and never tells anybody how they found you. And if that's the definition of friend, you're the only person I feel safe with, knowing all of that and still helping me get to the person who I need to be.
I 1000% agree with that.
So your husband is also your best friend? Is that what are you hearing him say?
That's only if if both people are being truly honest, and by his definition, it's telling everything about, all of your secrets to this person. And does that really happen? I don't know. I do believe that as couples become closer, I can see them being a version of a best friend. But there's still just that something about your girlfriend, or it could possibly be a guy, that they, especially if they've grown up with you from, young until old, things that they know that your spouse may not. But I think that best friend from the point of relationship, marriage, it's very possible, because that is the person that you're pretty much closest to. And then those things that you used to tell the best friend, girlfriend, or whatnot, you pretty much tailor that because you don't want people in your, in your marriage.
Well, I
Your
agree.
thoughts,
And
yeah.
we had a listener who said she had been with her husband since junior high.
Yeah.
And so there is the element of a best friend that can happen in that. I think that I never considered my husband my best friend, but when we were not together anymore, separate from the intimacy, I did miss, like, if you see something on TV, you want to send it to him. Or if a song comes on, not a song, I'm talking about like We Love House Music, that kind of stuff. Or have you heard that? I don't know if that's a best friend, but I lost the marriage and I did lose my friend. Now I have my friend back, and I don't have feelings for him like that. Also, when I heard that, to be honest, there's a part of me that doesn't want to become codependent on anyone. I like my girlfriends and I like my girlfriend time. But there are some women who are not as skilled at balancing that. Meaning once they get a man, we don't hear from them.
Yeah, I've experienced that. Yeah, I've experienced that. But it's very important to keep a life
And I'm
outside
not
of your
that
spouse.
girl. I'm not that girl. I want to have all of it. And so and I believe that absence is making things better too. When he's away doing his thing. Like I love for you to be gone because you got to come back. And then I can miss you and you can miss me, you know? But this is the label, I think. Maybe it's the label that's messing with me. And then I don't
You're just not
feature
feeling that
him.
couple.
I
Well,
don't
the
I don't
label of best friend.
right. I don't feature
Okay.
the couple. I mean, I don't feature him more than her because something is shady about the whole how it all came together. However, as we've discussed, chemistry is chemistry. And you made me realize that when we walking around that doggone the Giants,
Giants exhibit.
and you can feel all that chemistry up and in and through and out there.
Yeah.
And while I don't want to take anyone's husband from them or anything, I don't even want to be in that kind of situation. But I just you can feel when, yeah. He probably, like you said, he probably does what he does, and we're talking about Swiss Beats and Alicia Out of Keys. Child. I hated that
Yeah.
song. I hated that song.
Yeah. If you ask me, I'm ready. It
Ugh.
was a bold declaration, but
I mean, but
it worked
now
out in the end for them.
I get it now. Like I get it. So, we're gonna read some of this chat.
All right.
It's good. It's good, good, good.
But
Now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
one thing we didn't get to was the questions about the body image and what it is that I would like to know what it is that men really think about the fupa and stretch marks. So maybe they can
Well,
drop that in the
they
comments.
need to answer it because we keep
Right.
asking them questions. And this is the Tea with Tree, Unhinged, Single in the City. I have one more episode. I want a man on here. I want a man on here for the whole show that is going to be honest, have a personality, witty. He needs to, I
Bring it.
want a man on here that
Transparent.
can
Yeah.
bring it and be
hmm
honest. And I don't know any men that are willing to be vulnerable because, and I'm not knocking it. I'm on all on the internet. I'm not even gonna say. I was about to. People are walking up to people I know. That's all I'm gonna say, and being like, "Aren't you so and so, such and such?" And you got done. So it's a lot. You're putting your business out here. I mean, I don't mind. There's some things I'm not gonna share in this space, but um, is there one man? Is there one fine black? I mean, just one black man. I want to that will come on and sit with us and tell us I just want to sit at your feet. I want to ask all those questions. And so the question
Okay.
was to anyone that wants to answer it in the chat. Tita, please say the question again. Get in the mic and say it too, because
Oh no, no, we were we were wanting to talk about body image. And so what is it that how do they really feel about the fupa and stretch marks? You read about it all the time, but as women that we talked about women above 45 years old, the body changes. So it's just interesting to know, what their thoughts are about that. Does that even matter or not?
Let's see if anyone answers while we start from the top of the show. You're watching the Tea
Okay.
with Tree, Unhinged, Single in the City from Loose Neck in Perpetuity side, because it's my show. Loose Neck, when you're on my show, please put he can't change his name. It's every 7 days. From Loose Neck in Perpetuity side, Megan Good is so fine. I'll give my check and 2 first cousins just for a chance to get with her. She's attractive. For sure. I mean, I can say that. I'm a woman.
Of course.
She's attractive. From Jungle Brother. This is for you, T-Dub. If you're in your workout clothes and we can see the sweat gathering around the nether regions, you'll have our attention. God help him.
Okay.
Thank you, Jungle. Thank you. That was at
Yeah.
7:12 p.m. He might have a little
Okay.
liquor in him by now. From Julius 35C, women do not realize when their women don't realize that when they are in workout clothes or looking like a bum, men will holler. Julius 35C answered that at 7 earlier in the show, but this is in line with what you've just said. He says that they like us like that. Now, I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you the other day when I was sick last Thursday, and Doug they don't care if I'm sick. Okay. So I got to show up. So I came on and I had on a tank top and I really looked like hell. And so he was talking smack that I was in my my slip. You remember you remember your mama had a
Yes.
whole it didn't
Whole
even
slip
look
dress.
like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
I just laughed thinking about it. So they went on off and did whatever they did, and I got up and started cleaning the house while they were on the show, and then I was mad, and so I put a hoodie on, and the people in the chat were like, "Oh, Trei is fine." I was sick, and I had the hood on and everything. So yes, I've heard this many times. Stop all this. So let's see. Julius 35C again. Vaginas over 50 still need to be stretched out and massaged. Again, this is before the good doctor came to confirm that, in fact, it is imperative. From Jungle Brother, word of the day, amniotic fluid. That's his first word. He already
Yeah. I love how he
atrophied.
captures those words. Yeah. He captures
Thank
it
you,
for us.
Jungle. That's your job. Capture the word
A
of the day.
stenographer.
I love it. From Jungle Brother, TMI Trei, we don't need to hear about your last oil change. I don't think
I don't
I
think you. I was about to
shared.
say. I don't think you.
I
Yeah.
haven't given any information about
Yeah.
my oil
You didn't say
change.
anything about going to Jiffy Lube. I don't think. Okay.
Y'all will never know. I'm going to walk up out of that mug like the Pink Panther. Okay, to be clear. Okay, I'm that girl. From Jersey Vern, Megan left him. She said she can't support him no more. I think that was a rumor. They are together. That's AP.
Yeah.
That's the AP News. The AP News. Trisha worked for one of the news outlets. This is the one you can count on.
Yeah,
They
because they
are
just got
together.
engaged, I believe. Yeah, it just happened.
If they're reporting it, it's true. Julius 35C says Megan Good likes to smoke cigarettes, so that's a turnoff for him. She smokes cigarettes?
Wow. Well, she may.
Julius 35C, where are you getting your information from? Please follow up with that. I mean, like, where are we going with that? From Jungle Brother, I heard that the menopause orgasms are incredible. And so Dr. Roslyn cleared up something. Menopause is when you're no longer having a cycle. Perimenopause is like the prelude. So I don't know. I don't know how you would know. No, I don't know how you would know, Jungle. But Loose Neck Eye says he cleared a few cobwebs out before and dusted the others off. This is a man's man, right? He's got all. Loose Neck has the masculine, the feminine. He's cleaning cobwebs. He's ordering books from authors about romance. I love it. I love it.
Well rounded.
That's what I'm trying to say. Thank
Yeah,
you.
well rounded.
From the greatest. He said he's getting it. The greatest. I don't know this for sure, but that maca is for us. So don't
Yes,
get
sir.
it for yourself. I mean, I don't know how that works. It's for us. And it works very well. From Loose Neck, I ended up changing doctors 15 years ago because I felt like he was just prescribing meds and not actually listening to me. My new doctor is great. She stays on top of it. That's the word on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a male doctor?
No. Dentist, yes.
I had a male doctor after I think it was after I did no. So When I had Cameron, after that, I got my tubes tied. I had a tubal ligation.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a female, and then I went from my post-op, and it was a man, and I left out of there feeling violated. It was the worst experience I've ever had. And what did I
Yeah.
do? Go home, tell Charles, and didn't do anything else. Because I don't know how you feel, but there's a part of me some back then that I'm a little less that now, but just I don't want to, maybe I imagined it. You know, all the stuff that goes on in your head or can go on, or maybe you don't know, but I was like, maybe I'm overreacting, you know? But
Yeah, and that's why I don't choose male doctors, because I don't want to ever have to feel that way. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I just feel safer with a female doctor in that space.
it
It's
just like they changed the provider on me after
mm-hmm.
the surgery was done, and I was there for the post-op, and I needed to get checked because, okay, can we
Yeah,
start, rumbling again? And
you're right, right.
it was bad. From Jersey Vern, I don't use no drugs to get better. Homemade shit for me. Plus, I haven't been sick for 2 years, and I'm not on meds either. He's repeating himself. We love you, Vern. We love you. Yeah, the greatest. Don't if you get that for your lady friend. Yes, loose neck. So I need to give my next woman maca root. Noted. Take notes, baby, because it's
It's the
real.
truth. Hmm.
From IROC, Erica Sneed. Sneedly, see you soon. The great Erica Sneed. Oh my God, I remember. What do you mean you remember the maca root, Erica? You don't do that. You're watching the Tea with Tree, Unhinged, Single in the City. Not my friends. From Cindy McNeil. Hey, Cindy. Baby, pelvic floor therapy. I need a producer because we need to be scheduling. We need to be
A
just
therapist.
because. Yeah, because that just
That was
sounds.
good. Yes.
I'm going to see if my insurance will pay. I don't need that, but I need that. Like, we could do some, what's it called? Preventative services.
Yeah.
It
I'm
sounds
just
like.
curious. Yeah, I'm curious now. So
I
insurance or
can't
not,
wait to
I
look
think
that
I'll
up.
try it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, yeah. Field
Mhm.
trip. Field trip.
Field trip.
Yes, Cindy McNeil, we are with you. Maybe we can do a group. I mean, everybody get their own pelvic therapist. I need a wait, what's it? Pelvic floor therapy. I can just imagine what that would be like. Okay.
Got
So
lots of comments.
listen. Charlotte Isaac. I'm sorry, Charlita Isaac said it was a great show. People love Dr. Roslyn.
Hmm.
I mean, we love her too. Cindy McNeil, listen, I cannot talk to you as a best friend when I need to discuss situations about you, my husband, to my best friend. The best friend can also be a form of isolation, which is not happening to me in a narcissistic marriage. Be careful. So I'm going to read it again. She says she cannot talk to you as a best friend, the husband, when I need to
Hmm.
discuss situations about you, my husband, to my best friend. The best friend can also be a form of isolation, which is what happened to me in a narcissistic marriage. Be careful.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So, what I
Mm.
hear her saying is there are some men who try to make and that I'm not saying that Keon is a narcissist, but there's something about his energy that is like, just stay over here. Just stay over.
Right. He's yeah.
Just yeah, Cindy.
Kind of controlling and kind
It's
of
it's a quiet
yeah.
one though. It's a
Hmm.
subtle. Cindy, go with you. Yeah, Cindy might have peeped it. From Mocha Bella, you have girlfriends, but my husband is also my best friend too. I mean, that could be.
Hmm.
That again, I don't know about the labels and the titles, but definitely um felt like I lost a friend when that thing was over. Because it was just more than that. So not even like apart from if I didn't have kids, with him, we just laughed at the same stuff, like stuff that we probably shouldn't be laughing at, and just all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Mocha
because
Bella
you
says,
know each other. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
right.
I experienced that. Yeah, long-term friendship, then relationship, and once it's gone, it's a hard thing to decide. Whether or not you're gonna acquiesce back to that
If you're
friendship. It
gonna
takes
be,
time.
and then you're scared to be vulnerable like that with like a new person. Like some of the shit we used to laugh at. There's some sensitive people. I'm not sensitive. He wasn't sensitive. I don't know
Hmm.
if other people would find that thing funny. And so, I those things are important to me. I need that stuff. I
Yeah.
need to be silly. I don't like no serious Negroes at all.
A-
Let
And
me
that
get
person will find you.
yes,
You'll find your new
absolutely.
things to laugh about.
From Loose Neck Sigh, I still can't get over Shawnee saying she never loved Shaq. Not sure how her and the new hubby
Oh
relate.
yeah,
How
you sure did.
she said that?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that's a lot of humping to not like she never loved him.
Well, that didn't mean they didn't have sexual chemistry.
From Jungle Brother. Mm. You were at the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. We were watching it's bad. So when I laugh really hard, and I'm pretty much over the whatever I had, but when I start getting riled up a little bit, so T Dub and I were at a Super Bowl party. I'm not loose neck. Jungle Brother said Swiss Beats lost his wife at the Super Bowl. Do you remember how Usher
What?
was all up on her?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Swiss
That's
Beats
that
lost his
Aquarius energy.
I mean, he was in her guts. And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it looked like something.
yeah.
Mocha Bella says she thinks Shawnee tolerated Shaq.
Hmm.
He's so big. Can you imagine? Never mind. Can I just ask the question?
Ask it.
I can't imagine him on top of me. He's huge. He will crush you. And then you heard what the uncle said today. That ain't no guarantee.
Right.
The feet are now off the table. I was
Yeah,
like,
he's a big
wait.
guy. Yeah, he's a big. I'm 5'9", and I remember being in Orlando when he first started playing for the Magic, and I literally came to so the that curve in his back. So yeah, he's a big guy,
It's a
really
lot
big
of men,
guy.
a lot of men, a
Hmm.
lot of man.
Hmm.
From Loose Neck, I wonder if Shawnee would have tolerated Shaq if he worked at Publix.
Doubt it.
It is
I doubt it.
it is doubtful. From Melvin Eccles, Bay 11 Towing. Melvin Eccles. Did you know that is the
No,
proprietor
I
Bay
saw the
11?
commercial. Cool.
Excuse me, from Bay 11 Towing. He said that crap don't matter. I believe he's talking about the stretch marks. And in fact, he goes on to say, if I see your stretch marks, that means you close to being naked. That's the last thing. Yes. And on that note, come on, Mr. Melvin Eccles. He don't really talk a lot, but baby, I
But
understood
he
what he was
types. He might not talk, but he types.
I understood what he was putting down. And you're right. You are absolutely right. And he's the only okay, let's see. From Karen Brown, I had a creepy male doctor when I was in my 20s. I don't need to see a smirk on your face when you're down there checking me. Smirks
Yeah.
and too much pressure. Like it's we're grown-ups. This is an adult show. Yeah. That smirking, like that emoji that
Yeah.
It's time to go. I don't like that. Listen, everybody, we have taken up a lot of your time. It's been so much fun. God, I knew it. from Sandman. I don't even want to read it. Maybe I need.
I'll go.
Wait, you
Maybe
read
I
it.
need to do some pelvic floor Zoom classes. What? If you find them, put us on, okay?
But wait, Trisha, what's gonna happen? I mean, Tita. Okay, don't be out here pretending to be a pelvic floor therapist. Okay, you can go to jail for that. We gotta make sure we ask Dr. Roz what qualifications, certifications, because
Yeah,
can
anybody
you
can
imagine
come
after
along.
this show?
Yeah. Representing themselves as we need to acronym that. It's a lot to say. Pelvic floor physical therapist. PF
PLPT. PFPT.
Pelvic
Sandman,
floor.
don't get yourself in trouble. You better keep your hind parts in that studio and not on the.
He mean. I just got it, but he says not. He means teach them. I got it. I'm sorry. I thought he wanted to do them. I'm like, wait a minute, that's off. But okay, that's me being a little blonde. Sorry.
Okay. From Mocha Bella, I think Shawnee was the one on top of Shaq. Yes, she would have to be. And then that would be exhausting also.
Yeah, they do every time.
Right. Every time.
Every time. Yeah. Well, no, but they could do other stuff.
But at what cost? Okay. Sandman said I'm the instructor. Okay, y'all. Oh God. Oh, Cindy has given us DM that to me because I can't pull it out of here. Oh God, my head. I need to go eat my dinner. Y'all, I love y'all so much. We got one more episode next week. If there is a man, see, there's not a man because only Melvin Eccles answered the motherfucking question that you asked about the stretch mark.
Thanks, Melvin.
Thank you, Mr. Melvin. We really appreciate you. Shout out to Erica, Valerie, Terry, Tracy, Karen, Jennifer No Lopez, Jay No Lopez, Lopez No Jennifer, Jungle Brother, you are officially on staff here. Mocha Bella. I'm sorry I started crying, y'all, but it's my show.
Don't apologize. Your tears are beautiful.
Till Dog. How could Shawnee? I'm never gonna end the stream. How could Shawnee ride that? I don't know.
I mean, there are a lot of positions, so I'm sure they managed.
I saw him at the fight the other night, and I text. I think I was talking to James.
Mm-hmm.
He be acting like he don't like me. He likes me. I was talking to James. I'm kidding. That's my son. I was in Naughty. I was talking to Naughty, and it was when the fight was on, and I saw Shaq, and I was like, he on that Zempic. Because he was looking not like diabetes. He used to look real tight, like he was going to burst. And I thought he was sick. And me and Cameron would argue. He's like, he's not sick, Mom. Shaq is fine. And I'm like, he looked like he going to keel over any minute. But he looked good.
Okay. So you think he's on Ozempic?
He just looked. And weren't you with me at the spot and we saw Charles Barkley? Or that was somebody else?
No, that was me. Yeah. Yeah, I
he's
remember that.
Definitely on the Zempic. He's definitely on the Zempic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He said he was. He said he was.
Yeah, I guess I don't keep up with them, so I don't know. But if they look good, I mean, okay.
Guys, we will see you next week. It's the last show, so I'm going to just be acting up. I'm going to be doing all the things. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Shout out to Doug and Ryan, the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, for allowing me to have this space, even though y'all tried to do a show today. Never mind. I'll see y'all on Thursday. Bye.